These people do the most deceitful stuff to each other. It's unbelievable. First things first, my name's Kenneth Burr. My company is IOE Technology Screens. And again, as you know, we're taking some people to court for going out doing some things they should have not have done to our company. And the deception level is insane on these individuals that will stab each other in the back as many times as they possibly can. I don't know. It's crazy. To try to give one more blame than the other is insane. We had McAfee contact us and basically throw Crow, Jamie, all the rest of them, and Williams, all of them under the bus. We knew it was him. So we have mail that gets redirected to another location. And uh, we know your handwriting. We definitely know your handwriting, Williams. We know your handwriting. You have been writing out mail. Now, mind you, we have mail put someplace else on hold. He's been writing out mail, and he's been putting other people's names on this mail to frame them. I don't know what his game plan is at the end of the day, but his stuff is in here, and this is the stuff we got on hold. This is actually going out to the FBI and over to Allentown right now, police department, detectives unit, because again, it's an open case. Anything we get goes into open case. But see, this handwriting is all same handwriting. All this is the same hand. This is Williams' handwriting. Williams signed some of these with PC King's tag to it and McAfee. So now he's going out and he's attacking them. What the purpose is, I don't know. Maybe they had some conversations back and forth or whatever, and something went sour. Don't know, don't care. All I know at the end of the day is that is your handwriting right there from the door. I know McAfee's handwriting. I've gotten this stuff over here before. I know his handwriting. But we also know yours, Williams. Williams, we definitely know your handwriting. All this is the same. And this is basically was sent over. It never came here. It came to our another building where we have all the mail going to for investigation. So I'm going to take a couple pieces of these over to them. Take a couple pieces of these. I want some of these for myself for court. I'll take these and let me see. And this is for pictures for the post office. The post office has a bunch of them, but I'm going to take some of them over there. Let me see. Just randomly screaming on these things. What the heck is this? What is wrong with you? This is Derek Franklin Williams. I would buy those floors for you, make them out of gingerbread or German cake. What is wrong with you? That's why I tell you he's mentally unstable. Definitely. Well, no, I know people at zoning, so no, that's a false lie right there. So yeah, let me see. So you're adding zoning into this, making false claims, and you said you're contacting zoning, but you're using someone else's address without permission. So how are you contacting zoning, but you're basically committing identity theft on someone else's address? Sure. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, this is all him. This is definitely all his handwriting. He writes the same way every time. Wow. See, the problem is you can't go out and make statements that you're going to basically throw someone in jail if you're committing fraud yourself. You have 3 open cases on you, Williams. So, no, that's not going to happen. Everything you're saying there, LLC, state, defiance, not allowed. Sorry, I have to report you. And LLC and state defits. What the heck is defits? It's not allowed. Sorry. Dude, there's something wrong with you. You can't spell for jack. Look at this. An LLC and state defit is not allowed. Sorry. You have an education of a 2nd-year-old. You do. You have an education of a 2nd-year-old. Who freaking writes like this? And then you're using someone's address. Wait. We have over here, Cleveland, Ohio. Oh man. So basically, yeah, I told you. He's trying to frame McAfee. So McAfee's in Ohio. But McAfee's in Flushington, Ohio. He's not in Cleveland, Ohio. So yeah, wrong on that one. So we know that's not McAfee in any way whatsoever. It's definitely not his handwriting. So he's trying to frame McAfee on that one. So look, at the end of the day, McAfee's gonna be charged for his crimes. Wow, you good? Wow, 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 wow. You want a hug? That's what it is. You want a hug? Come here, I'll give you a hug. Get over here, you little lumpy monster. You says, I want a hug, Daddy-O. Come over here. In your talking language. Get over here. Get over here. You're bipolar, see? You don't want to be touched. You are definitely bipolar. You're a bipolar cat. You want to make noise, you want to be hugged, but you don't want to be touched. You're a weird cat. Yeah, so here's the thing. When you're using someone else's address and you got 3 open cases on you, anything you send to us is evidence. I'm going to take half of this and take this down to the detectives unit. The other half, I just got finished contacting postal inspection. They're going to give me a call back. They want the rest of this evidence. And we had detectives unit. We had their number right here. This is the incident report, which we're going to get to them. So we have here just ranting, just a lot of ranting on these from him. And on top of that, he's trying to make it look like it's coming from McAfee and PC King. I know PC King's handwriting. I know it. We've had stuff from here from him. So it's different. All this is the same handwriting. This is all you at the end of the day. Definitely you. And they can spell. McAfee can spell. PC King can spell. You can't spell, Williams. I've seen your stuff. Now, you and Crow had the worst grammar and spelling ever in history I've ever seen. I swear, I think my cat has better grammar than you, and he just meows. Y'all can't spell for jack. So when you put this stuff on, these little threats you put on here, see, the problem we have with this is you're using someone else's address without permission to send this through. And then you're sending threats like you can do something at the end of the day, like, oh, you know, you're doing this and doing that, but yet I'm using the United States Postal Service to steal someone's identity and use their address without permission. Yeah. All you're just doing is just giving us more evidence to just prosecute you even more. Man, you gotta learn to spell, man. You gotta learn to spell. See, this is the problem you have problems with. I can see why you collect. Now I'm saying everybody collects? No, I can see why he collects. He is definitely slow. Let me see. Happy you stopped mixing paint in the office. I told Zoni you have stopped and no need to. Nobody. I'm sorry. That's already been contacted with Zoni. We gave him all your information where your apartment is at right now. So Zoni knows everything about you. They know you've been contacting the office. They know you've been sending threats over. I let them know that you've been using their name and threats toward us. So you're under investigation. Come on. You're going to try to make it look. He's trying to clean it up. Look how I'm trying to clean it up right here. Look, I'm trying to clean it up. Happy you stopped mixing paint in the office. I told Zoni you have stopped and no need to investigate. They said soon as you start breaking whatever, something furniture, whatever, it's some dumb nonsense. Okay, whatever it is. No, anything you send over, buddy, it's criminal evidence against you from the door. Daryl Franklin Williams III, or you want to call yourself. It's still evidence against you. That's what it is. Nothing more than just evidence against you. So you didn't call Zoni at all, period. I know people at Zoni at all, period. First of all, if Zoni would have been contacted, we'd have received an official letter from them saying that such and such and so. Zoni knows the building that I'm in. Zoni knows what I do in the building. I have a license through City Hall. They know what I'm doing. Everybody knows what I do. And on top of that, I have my own facility to mix products in. We don't do any mixing here at all whatsoever. So with that being said, no, you never contacted Zoni. I know people in Zoni. You never reached out to anybody. But I let them know that you have been using their building as threats toward the company here, as using them as a way of saying you contacted them and this, that, and another. And one thing about license inspection, they don't like it when you stick their name in something that they have nothing to do with. So apartment 12H, they got your information. Dummy. Can't get anywhere. This guy is the most idiot. Look at that nonsense. Look. He even put his initials up there. Yeah, Franklin Williams. I'm going to let them know that you've been using zoning as an excuse to send threats out to people. All right, so I got your mail here. I'm going to take some of this down to the police to give them some more evidence. They got a ton of your stuff, man. But we'll take that. And then we got the post office inspectors contacting back. But yeah, Williams has been signing their names to these cards, claiming it's coming from them too. We know them. I've got stuff from McAfee. I got plenty of stuff from McAfee. I know McAfee's handwriting. This is not McAfee's handwriting. This is yours. No. PC King. Told you. And he's using someone else's address without permission. Yeah. So you got to worry about Williams. Williams is going to cut everyone's throat. First things first, Williams has mental issues. That's what he does. And that's what's your problem. That's your problem at the end of the day. You're all going to be prosecuted. You're all going to jail. That's the end of that. You're all going to be prosecuted and you're all going to jail. What did you just jump inside of? You jump in that box? Did you go inside that box? You want to go inside the box? Go inside the box. Did you go inside? It's the paper inside, right? You don't like the paper. That's what it is. So you're all going to jail. That's all to it. You're all in under investigation. You're all going to jail. That's all. You can write all the stuff you want. Everything we have is evidence. All that mail is forwarded to another box. There's another unit. It doesn't come here. You guys have been, they're watching you guys. So using zoning as a way of intimidation and threats. Oh, no. Apartment 12H. Yeah, they know exactly where you're at. And I let them know. So you've been using their department as the first letter that went out. You try to act like you were from them. We have that too. And you've been impersonating zoning to make it look like you've been sending out threats or contacting them. They haven't reached out and contacted at all. And I know people work at zoning at the end of the day. I would have gotten an email. I know people in City Hall. I got a license through City Hall. So if there were any type of violations, I would have never passed a license requirement to get one. I would have definitely been turned down. And I'm about to get my second one. So with that being said, I'm going to take this tidbit information. I'm going to walk it over to Allentown Police. Some of this is going to go to them. Part of this is going to go to FBI, because we have to call FBI about Fernando's situation in that license plate. And the other half is going to post office inspectors. We just reached out a few minutes ago, and they have a person who I think is the head director that's working on this. He's got people assigned to Mr. Williams, Mr. McAfee, and PC King, because you did send us stuff here, but this is not from you. This is clearly from Williams at the end of the day. Definitely from Williams. So, Williams, you're on your way out, buddy. You're going to jail. And you're going to spend the rest of your life in the prison system. Mind you, post office is going to give, you can get 30 years. And then with the Allentown Police detective unit working on this, yeah, it's going to be some more time on top of that. And then we're going to be pressing charges, and I'm going to sue your building for $10 million. So, gentlemen, you're not doing anything to harm us. Not a thing. But thank you for the evidence. I appreciate it. Now, excuse me, I got to contact FBI, but the license plate's on Fernando's vehicle. So basically, they can halt and stop that vehicle for any reason whatsoever, because Fernando, you don't have a license in the state of California, do you? No. And since I do have your license plate, at the end of the day, I can report you undocumented. And keep in mind, you did send us an email at the end of the day making this statement. So it isn't like I'm making this off the top of my head. You literally sent me an email telling me that you could not be found. You can go anywhere you want to go and do what you want. Did you not say that? All right, then. I will be sending them over their email. Your email, strictly right over to them with your address attached to it and your license plate. And now you deal with that. Now, however everybody else deals with you, I don't go down the road. I don't report your vehicle stolen, because that's wrong. It's lying. You shouldn't do anything like that to begin with. But there's another way to handle you. I'm going to basically send down the report that we have, that we filed with ICE. I'm going to send down your license plate. Well, that would be like the dealer's license plate. I also will be sending down the email you may bragging about. I even told the woman I was talking to, he's bragging literally about not having documents and can't be found, and this stuff is under someone else's name. That's going to go well if you're driving a vehicle that's under someone else's name, and you literally admitted that you have under someone else's name. So where do you think that's going to end up at? All right, then. Let me get this straight right here. I need Google FBI in Baldwin Park. And I have your license plate. Phone number, Baldwin Park. Phone number. There we go. Now, if you're saying you're in the right, you're saying you have a right to ride around a vehicle with no license, you don't have a right to ride around a vehicle with no license. We can't do it, you can't do it. For some reason, you think you have special privilege at the end of the day. You can do whatever you want to do because you don't have paperwork. You said it right there. Illegal aliens don't have paperwork. Or you said paper. You didn't say paperwork. That's what you said, right? It's right in the email right over there when I forwarded it to their address. That's what you said, right? I don't have any paperwork. That's that. All my stuff is under someone else's name. So that vehicle is under someone else's name. And whoever's name is under that vehicle, you're in a lot of trouble because, again, what's going to happen is they're going to basically get you on, basically, what is fraud? A couple of things at the end of the day. If you knew at the end of the day that he didn't have documents, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And if they impound the vehicle, if they stop him and impound his vehicle, that vehicle is going to be on lockdown. That means you're still going to have to make those payments regardless. And you missed, that's your credit down the drain. So you better figure it out. So that's one in Baldwin Park. And I got to get the incident report for the one up here, so I can share it with the one up here. And his license plate. This is why you don't do dumb stuff, and that's why you don't record your plates. The object, Fernando, is to get you out of the country or get you locked up forever while we're down here. If you're here in the United States, I can keep you indefinitely down here locked up. I got so much stuff against you, it's not funny. My copyrights alone can keep you locked in. But the object is two things, either to get you out or keep you here forever. And it should be no problem. No problem. Now, between this mess right here, you're going to have to worry about now, something new now you got to worry about. And the next stage is basically when you get the papers for the lawsuit, which if you don't show up, that doesn't really make a difference at all. But we do have proof that you didn't show up. You have the respect for the judges, which is good because they're the point against you. But when those criminal charges kick in, there's 6 of those things. And if you don't show up, you get 6 bench warrants. You'll have every police officer in freaking California looking for you. And if that goes in and that kicks into effect and you decide to leave the apartment, I got a couple of bounty hunters that will find you. So it's going to close in real quick. But as for that vehicle, you can't drive that thing anymore. Now, what are you going to say, Jamie? Out of jealousy? Oh, yeah, jealousy. That you went in and ripped off major companies, stole their merchandise, sold their merchandise, didn't pay them any royalties, bought items that you should not have bought with that vehicle whatsoever. Did any of those companies get any of that money you made? And none of them got anything, right? So let me get this straight. Are you saying you're special privilege than Americans? Citizens, if you're saying that? Because we can't do that. I don't know one person that can go out and make designer clothes, buy Calvin Klein, Versace, Gucci, and make money, advertise, and open up a store. Can't do that over here. We all get locked up for that. So if we don't have that right, why would you have that right? Oh, because you're special privilege, because you don't have paperwork and you don't exist here, so you should do whatever you want. That's the reason why you have the problem with ICE. That's why. Because people like you went out and started doing crazy stuff, and that's the reason why now innocent people that are Mexicans and that are caught up in your nonsense at the end of the day. You don't do good for your company, for your country. You do bad for your country at the end of the day, Fernando. There are people that get snatched off the street every single day, and they're just out here trying to do the right thing. And here you are doing all this destructive matter, and you make your own people look bad. As for the vehicle, you ain't driving that thing anymore. Go ahead and pop in and see what happens. Go pop in that vehicle. As a matter of fact, I know a bunch of Mexican people that are cool with me, and they don't like you, and they said they're going to report your vehicle. Now, that's them at the end of the day. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But you jump in that vehicle, there's a good chance you're going to get pulled over by something. They don't like the fact that you make them look bad. Oh, no, and he's got maggers. He's literally got a couple of maggers on his account. He got a few of them on there. A couple have sent us messages. They're maggers. They can't stand you, Fernando. They hate your guts. They're on there supporting what you do because they know it's going to lead to your destruction. That's why. They're happy to see you do all this dumb stuff. They know what's going to happen to you. And the more dumb stuff you do, the more happy you get. At the end of the day, you got maggers that are treating you like a puppet. And who God knows what they're doing on your account. They're probably recording all your activity. They probably got their own form sites. This is why you can't trust Mexicans. They're doing stuff like that. And what are you doing? You're entertaining this. You're adding fuel to the fire. You think you're attacking me at the end of the day. You're not doing anything to me at all, period. You're hurting your own people. You are the perfect candidate for Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if you put money in to support the wall. You probably did. No, as sneaky as you are. But anyway, enough about that. I'm going to call this, put your license plate in, and we need that instant report. I think we have it automatically through ICE. I'm going to bring it right on up. Let me see. report we had to put in for you. Yeah, that's my report right there. Expired date is 2027. Now, next report is going to go on about your vehicle. And the fact that I already got one in there about your, I got one in there basically about your terroristic threats. Each one of these has police reports attached to them. All of them have police reports attached to them. I got another one basically involving the trademark and copyright stealing of other companies. All that's in there, including all the pages, your videos, all that stuff is in there. And now the next one is basically your vehicle. You're driving in the state of California without a license. You have no insurance. Your information's in someone else's account to begin with. You have an email from you bragging that you do whatever you want to do. And you can't be tracked. What did you say? How are you going to serve me if I'm not here? All right then. All right, let me see. I'll contact first FBI. And we have the license plate. Nah, I ain't getting involved in that. Man, that was a call from FBI. And another call we got from Allentown Postal Service. They're contacting Baltimore. They're switching everything over. I'll be in contact with a field officer in Baltimore for Derek Franklin Williams. I told you guys to cool it, didn't I? Your license plate just got posted. And explain it at the end of the day what the license plate is involved in, the items that you stole from these companies. This is what you purchased with it. Yeah, they just contacted me a few minutes ago. I got to drop off to the police station and drop off the rest of the stuff for Williams. Also, to include it and the update, we added Daniel McAfee and PC King. You've just been added in. You've been using people's addresses without permission. That's identity theft. So you're going to be under investigation. IP address track. Your IP address, your handle, all that stuff, it's going to be tracked now. I warned you guys. I told you. I literally just had a conversation with, what was it, post office inspectors about IP tracking people's IP address. Yeah, they're literally every company, anyone confirm it. Your IP address can be tracked back to you. So all those fake Google accounts you made, fake phone numbers, all that stuff will be traced right back to you. You're going to jail. Warned y'all. You don't listen. That's your vehicle, right? Yep. It's now posted. And it will explain that you bought this vehicle with stolen money. You used it to rip off companies and take their products, and you bought yourself a vehicle with that stolen money, right? All right then. Not a problem. That's your license plate, ain't it? I don't know who else would be dumb enough to run a business where you literally rip off companies, post all the information, show yourself selling items to customers, and then brag about not having paperwork, that you could do whatever the freak you want to do, no one can touch you. And then buy a vehicle, record the person selling the vehicle to you, or actually give me the keys, and then your license plate right there. So I told you at the end of the day, I got some friends of mine that don't like them. They're Mexicans too. They can't stand it. That's why you got the nickname Mexican Trump. They're going to report your vehicle. I have nothing to do with this. I don't care. All I know at the end of the day is I just need your vehicle for the Homeland Security to update them, the vehicle you're driving in, and to basically for FBI and all that stuff. That's what I need it for. But as for them at the end of the day, Yeah, they're different. They're not me at the end of the day. They're different. And while they're doing it, they don't like the fact that Fernando makes them look bad. That's why. All the stuff you're doing, you're making them look bad. They don't like it. So they're going to report your plates. That was the dumbest thing you could have done. Definitely the dumbest thing you could have done is basically record your plates. Forward too. So you won't be riding that anymore. I'm pretty sure you're having someone else's name, right? As you stated. I'll make sure I'm going to make a copy of that email and post that email too. You're going to go up there and call me a racist at the end of the day. That's what you called me, right? Then, so because I called ICE on you, because you feel you can do what you want to do, then I'm going to show what you are. Email just posted. So you want to brag about how you can do what you want to do, right? All right, no problem. Mind you, this page right here, we send this out to law enforcement officers. We send this out to FBI. We send this to ICE units. This is where this is being redirected to. So you want to sit there and say at the end of the day, you can't be touched, right? All right, not a problem at all. Because you want to keep your email hidden, right? There it is right there. Print it up for everybody to see now. With your email attached to it and all that. See, Fernando, the difference to me is when I post something about somebody, we can use everything on that page against you in court. When you post something against us, we can use everything on your page against you in court. There's a difference between the two. Because when you send me stuff, this is proof that you did. I don't got to make anything up. I never have to make anything up about you. I'm going to be posting our copyrights pretty soon. I'm going to be posting our process server that had to come to your front door for touching our copyrights without permission. Also to the text message where you claim you're American citizen and 1 minute you say you're not American citizen. So we right here, we're going to put down here in this caption right here. Let me see, edit post. The truck that you see in the picture was bought with stolen money and a trademark counterfeiting ring. Truck posted here in the video. Sorry, it can't be videos, pictures. Truck posted here in the picture, owned by Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. Now this is going to go viral. It's going to go everywhere. Everywhere. It's going to connect everywhere. We have this hooked up to major sites involving law enforcement officers where they can get information on your counterfeiting business. You bought that truck with counterfeited money, right? Not money, but you stole from trademark, right? All right, your restaurants, all that stuff you go to, all that's going to be posted, everything. Your entire account was duplicated. We have so much stuff on you. So much stuff. If it wasn't for the lawsuit we're coming after your building on, we would basically post your location. Well, we have your location posted, but you try to Google, try to scrap all that out so nobody can find you. Yeah, good luck with that one. I can go to any next door neighbor would tell me where your building's at. You can get rid of their buildings too, ain't gonna work. And you did basically buy the truck with stolen money, right? Because you don't work, your job you have at the end of the day. You don't have a job. Truck posted here in the picture, owned by Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. So-called owned. Picture, so-called, because you don't really own it. So-called. So-called owned by Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. Was paid for using money in a trademark 3D printing business in his apartment. Am I lying about that? Was paid for using a, no, I'd rather do it this way, unlawful. was paid for using an unlawful 3D printing. No, I want to be more of that. It's a business he's running in a day. Was paid for by running an unlawful 3D printing business out of his apartment. There we go. That's much more. Unlawful business. Was paid for. Was paid for by running an unlawful 3D printing business out of his apartment. Used to copy and duplicate and sell multiple trademark items from major companies. Am I lying about that one? Used to copy, duplicate, and sell trademark teams from major companies. Am I lying about that, Fernando? So when I get done with this, I'll reach out to the FBI with your license plate. No, Jamie was going to mark it. Oh, he's jealous. Yeah, Jamie, that's what it comes down to, jealous, right? I'm jealous that you come to this country and you steal whatever you want, and you go and you cheat and rob from your customers, and you lie, you do all the stuff that you do you shouldn't be doing. And so many people are jealous over that. Oh, we cannot wait to go to jail for years. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait to spend millions and millions in fines and lawsuits. Yeah, you're jealous. Perfectly. Okay, whatever. Can't do this kind of stuff at the end of the day. That's like somebody robbing a bank and they get caught. Oh, they're just jealous because we got money. You robbed a bank at the end of the day. Nothing jealous behind that at all whatsoever. Let me see. But if you feel you didn't do anything wrong, like I said, I gave you time to walk into a Baldwin Police Department, explain your case, and record the whole thing so you can see it. Never did it, did you? Of course not. We're showing you on the golf course, all that stuff. Spending companies' money, and companies who see this are going to be ticked. We already been reached out by Nintendo already about this mess. I'd be the same way too. You're spending my money, you print out my stuff, and don't want to pay me at the end of the day. Yeah, you get people already get ticked off for not getting paid right, and you're going to be stealing someone else's stuff and getting paid for it. Yeah. Some of this is worse than people steal people's music, recipes, just about everything. He has no respect for the copyrights or trademarks in this country whatsoever. Trump posted in this picture so-called owned by Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. Was paid for by running an unlawful 3D printing business out of his apartment using use. I didn't write the first time. Shipping ED. Use to copy, duplicate, and sell multiple trademark teams from major companies. Please note, no royalties or permission were given to copy these items and sell them. Please note, no royalties or permission was given to copy these. No, it should be copy. Geez, can I get together here? Copy. Oh yeah, right. These teams and sell them. Are you given permission? Can you mind showing us a letter that you received from Disney, any one of these companies that gave you permission to do this, Fernando? Not at all. If you're caught in that vehicle, you're going to jail, so you know that. Because you got some people at the end of the day, like I said, I do things this way. This is how I do things. But I know people at the end of the day that don't do this way. And you did tick off my family members, right? And now they know about your vehicle. So you can't get in that vehicle now. Because you get in that vehicle, they don't do things like I do things. I do things by the law. I can't do that because I have to pay for that. But they don't care. They don't like you. And they found out you got a vehicle now and you flash those plates. Guys, you flash what? The plates are flashed where? Yeah. So they're making calls on his vehicle. And he don't have a license. So when they track that vehicle down, even if you don't get inside of it, they're going to track the vehicle down to the dealership. That's what they're going to go through. And you walked on the dealership, right? All those cameras they have out there, they recorded and documented you. You've recorded your own videos. They make copies of your document video. Plus they have you walking in the building, cameras, outside the building, cameras, everything. And even the person who, the car, he's going to testify against you that you did come in and get this vehicle. But the name's not on it, doesn't match yours. And the problem you're going to have, you don't have identification. So they run that background check, you could get pinched for this. See, this is what I mean at the end of the day on he's an idiot. Because again, the average person wouldn't have done any of this stuff. They would have kept this thing so low key, you wouldn't even know they even existed. Not this guy. And then get mad at people at the end of the day because he feels that he should do what he want to do in this country. I want to tell you something, Fernando. You're going to learn a valuable lesson in the prison system. You are. You have an attitude at the end of the day. You think you can do whatever you want. Try it in prison. See what happens to you. Go in there and touch somebody's stuff. Go in there and spread some rumor about somebody. Go in there and act tough at the end of the day. See what happens to you in there. You're going to learn a very, very, very valuable lesson when you go through the prison system that you cannot get to do what you want to do. Because there's consequences behind that. He's going to find out, watch, I guarantee he's going to get jacked up in there. If he has the same attitude like this, he's going to get messed up in there. They're going to mess him up. They're going to mess him up. They're going to mess him up in there. They're going to really mess him up. I guess the next time I see you in court, you definitely going to have to alter and change. I see it coming. They're going to mess him up. You coming in with that attitude, acting all tough and this, that, and doing it, and stealing from you. They don't like these and the rats. I told you, I saw one where they took a rat trap. They pulled it back, and they made the guy stick his tongue in there, and they put it back right down his tongue. You know why? Because they don't like rats. But take that. At least he's still alive, because some of them don't live that long. And you doing dumb stuff like this. Please note, no royalties or permission were given to the companies. These on the company to the company on these teams should be on these teams. On these teams. On these teams. And on these. This brand were given to the company on these teams. Or items. On these items. Alright, these items. AKA YouTuber. They always ask for your channel. YouTuber. Pro 1176. The truck posted in the picture. So owned by Jamie Fernando, aka Code 66, was paid for by running an unlawful 3D printing business out of his apartment, used to copy, duplicate, and sell multiple trademark teams from major companies. Please note, no royalties or permission were giving to copy or sell these teams. That's perfect right there. A clear idea of items that were purchased and bought by let me finish. A clear idea that items were purchased and bought with stolen merchandise. And you have no remorse for it because you got your email up there saying you do whatever you want to do. You can't be found, right? All right, good. Got your email attached to it too, by the way. You made a statement. I'm just going with what you said. That's what I'm putting down. I ain't got to embellish anything. You're going to sit there and tell me anything's a lie? Get a lawyer then. Get a lawyer and take me to court. Go ahead. There's your license plate, right? Okay, you posted it like an idiot. See, trying to brag on camera, talk all this nonsense, all that stuff, right? Note that these are the dealership plates due to the fact, let me finish. Please note that these are the dealership plates due to the fact that the individual has no documents. Am I wrong on that one, Fernando? You did send me an email telling me all the information I need to know, right? Okay. I'll make sure I highlight the part where you say I don't have any patents or copyrights on my material when I post my copyrights, and the process servers and all that had to come to the door. I'm building an entire page for you. And that's not the end of it. We're actually building a website on you too also. Now, if I had made any statement here that's not true, then yeah, you got me. But unfortunately for you, no, everything we have here is true against you. I'll post some of your interesting, you call me racist, right? Oh, I got plenty of stuff you call me nigger. I'll be posting them too also. Meanwhile, you better get to making that paint quick, and you better be to back that up, because if not, and we get 10 of these in our category, all we need is 10 from you. But you have failed to do this. If you end up here, I'm taking your company to court for fraud. So you better be to back that one up. See, I told you, don't mess with us in the day, Jamie. I can bury you in nightmares. Don't mess with us. I don't have to go out and commit any crimes. I don't have to post your face and do dumb nonsense. I don't have to do any of that. You do enough dumb stuff at the end of the day to keep this going for us. You literally refresh the statute of limitations on lawsuits against you because you do so much dumb stuff. Could not make it up. Could not make it up. Anyone comes and needs any proof, we got emails from you bragging about how you don't have paperwork. I actually hit down each section. I'm going to highlight that one and put another one up there. Unbelievable. Well, your license plate's up there. And even got the video too, showing the dealership and all that, and you got it from. I was able to pinpoint and find your dealership where you got it from. Ain't too far from you, right? You get everything within your whole area. You can't go too far. You go too far, you might get pinched. That's the new stuff. That's Jamie right there on the account, laughing about it at the end of the day. It makes no difference if you laugh about it. It's not going to do any good. Because at the end of the day, the evidence is there, Fernando. You can make all the fake accounts and all that stuff and do laugh emojis. It's not going to change anything. At the end of the day, when those court documents come up, you're going to have to be here. Laugh emojis is not going to save you. Nothing's going to save you in this situation. That email clearly has showing your email address to it, and you making these statements that you don't have documents or paperwork to be here. You're committing crimes. It clearly shows that you're basically printing out all those items without permission. So at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference whether you put a ton of laugh emojis on that. The evidence is there. That's not going to help you. See how small-minded his mind is at the end of the day? He literally believes that a small little emoji is going to stop all this. No. That's just going to keep on going. At the end of the day, it shows you have no respect for Americans, and you don't. See? That's from Crow. Told you. Told you. That's from Crow. Right off his account. I told you. That's Jamie. We know Jamie at the end of the day. That's the kind of stuff he does. Jamie does this stuff when he has evidence against him at the end of the day that he knows it's going to throw him in jail. That's going to expose him. That's what you do. Oh, and we have someone here by the name of Eddie Harper. IP address trace. Dumb. You guys aren't smart at the end of the day. You guys do the dumbest stuff that you could possibly think of. By the way, the picture you're using there is not your picture. It's actually from a celebrity. That's not your picture. We actually have what you really look like. That's from a celebrity. We know what you really look like. Big Pittsburgh fan, aren't you? Love Pittsburgh, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. You're within the United States. We know that. We just need your... Actually, we don't even need that. Basically, we just need the IP address. We can track that in no time at all. That's not him. That's actually somebody else. Take account. See, that's him right now, just posting, just now. You're going to have to face it, Fernando. You're going to jail. That's all to it. You are going to jail. There's nothing you can do. All the stuff you're doing, it's not going to help you. You're going to jail. You don't show up. By the time we get those, I don't know who's going to get them first. ICE could get them first. My friends will make a phone call on the vehicle. They got your address. They know where you live at. They basically can report you. A number of things can happen to you today. I don't have no responsibility on that. That's between you and them. As for me, at the end of the day, your vehicle will be reported to the FBI. And also, too, the fact that you've been sending us emails claiming that you can't be touched because you're undocumented. Also, be reaching out to Homeland Security, ICE, and be administrating your license plate. This is what you're driving around in. This is your address, and also two proof of pictures that you're basically fogging, or your landlord's fogging the environment. So that way, we're blurring it so you can't be found. And we reached out to your landlord again, and guess what? Nothing back. Again. So now his letters are going out. One of Jamie's little friends at the end of the day. But the laugh emoji's not going to help you. His name is Eddie Harper. Is actually a whatchamacallit. He's a I don't know, some kind of sports athlete, but he's using his identity to commit the crime. That's usually what they do. They always take somebody else's identity to do stuff. Attention, laugh emoji was left behind by one of Jamie Fernando's YouTube buddies. I'll give you full credit for your work. Attention, left emoji was left behind by one of Jamie Fernando's YouTube buddies. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. It's that's for people who have that name. YouTuber. Crow. 1176. 1176. Who finds it hilarious to rip off American companies and sell the products without permission. YouTuber Crow 1176 is undocumented. YouTuber Crow 1176 is undocumented. YouTuber Crow 1176 is undocumented. Consequences, Fernando. Consequences now. Now we will post that you're undocumented everywhere. There's consequences for everything that you do. I keep telling you, keep opening up these boxes in the day. We have evidence on you doing these things. This does not help your situation. YouTuber Crow 1176 is undocumented, in which we have a detailed email about him bragging that he can do whatever he wants in the United States. You said you can't be found, right? And your email's posted. Let's see. It's a document in which we have a detailed email about him bragging that he can do whatever he wants in the United States. Because he has no papers and he doesn't exist. Eddie Harper is not the real Eddie Harper, but a person that is impersonating his identity. Your IP address can be tracked for that, even through Facebook, of using someone else's information without permission. Eddie Harper is not the real Eddie Harper, but a person that is impersonating his identity. I know I checked. It's actually a professional athlete. Eddie Harper is not the real Eddie Harper, but a person that is impersonating his identity with a fake Facebook account. With a fake Facebook account. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Let's see. We have contacted U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, including other law enforcement agencies. We have contacted U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, including other law enforcement agencies. Enforcement. So it's E during enforcement. Here. E. N. Let me get there. Push this address there. Enforcement agencies. Let's see. Attention. Laugh emoji was left behind by one of Jamie Fernando Fernando Gonzalez, YouTuber Crow 1176. Let's see, followers. I'm gonna post your real YouTube account up here, buddy, because we have your real YouTube account. You're gonna be using other people's identities. That man, come on, you guys are all like that. Let's see. Let's see, Crow 1176 followers. Let's see, who finds it hilarious to rip off American companies and sell the products without permission. YouTuber Crow 1176 is an undocumented, and which we have a detailed email about him bragging that he can do whatever he wants in the United States because he has no papers and he does not exist. Right, an email, right? Eddie Harper is not the real Eddie Harper, but a person that is impersonating his identity with a fake Facebook account. We have contacted U.S. Immigration, Custom Enforcement, including other law enforcement agencies on this matter. I also have your phone number, Fernando, by the way. Let me see. It'll be taken into consideration who we're going to send it to. We're going to compose it here, of course. And I have your date of birth. You already gave up half of that. 1176. I mean, come on, seriously. I didn't add it up to you. Yeah, that's you. See, what happens is when white pages basically brings up your information that you put in, anything you put in, it'll put your date of birth in there. And your date of birth literally popped up on the age specifically for 1176. You guys don't do work, do y'all? Let's see. Agencies. On these serious matters. You guys have a habit of taking people's identities. On these serious matters. Oh, Fernando, I cannot wait for reaching near summer or spring. I can't wait. On these serious matters. Now, you know what Fernando's going to do? Fernando's going to take that vehicle out, and he's going to drive around and show up that he can do whatever he wants to do. Good. I know you too well, man. I know you too well. You're going to drive around bright. That's what you're going to do. So you're going to go to jail. They're going to report your vehicle stolen. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's none of my business. But I know what they're going to do. And you don't know who they are. You don't know where they come from. Nothing at all whatsoever. But they know you. They did a lot of research on you. Somebody making my people look bad. That's almost as worse. They had this guy who came on freaking Facebook. I couldn't stand this guy. Came on Facebook smacking his lips, food, bucking his eyes and everything. You making me look bad. Look at our people look bad. First you did it, then you did. Don't do stuff like that, man. That's an Uncle Tom blackface nonsense. Painting your lips all big, bucking your eyes out, man. You make other people look bad like that. Couldn't stand that guy. People couldn't stand him. Make people look bad. You take that stereotype nonsense and you make other people look bad. People don't like you after that. Let's see, it matters. Bum, 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 bum. In there. Good. Excuse me, people. Oh, get the copy of this LLC. Post that whole thing on there. And stated that the address of the building is the address of the street. There it is. It's your address right there. Fernando, your address, full name, address. Name of apartment. Let's see. Name of apartment. Please note that the apartment's name is the same as the address. Please note that the apartment name is the same as the address. Oh, it's showing up in all of them. Oh, cool. I forgot I have a repeater on this thing. So basically, I want to repeat on all at the same time. It makes it take so much time. It does. All right, cool. Right there. Yeah, it repeats on every single page. I forgot I put that in there. It's showing this one. This one will have it. Go over. That's an edit. Edit. So edit here, you should have went down, shift. Okay, let's see right here. Oh, you can't do that. I forgot about that. Here we go. Have contact law enforcement on YouTube or from the names. Okay, got it there. Oh, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Let me see. It doesn't bother me, Jamie. It's the stuff that you do. Because that stuff isn't going to harm me. This will harm you. This has your information. It tells at the end of the day that the name of your apartment is the same as the street. It has all your freaking information on it. Everything about you. Homeland Security hits this thing. Anyone hits this thing, you're screwed. And in the vehicle you have, your license plate's actually being shown now. Nothing you can do now, man. You're done. This is we're used to you doing a type of retaliation. This is what you do. Name is the same as the street. This is what you do when you basically have nothing left. But when the time comes, Fernando, who's going to get you first? These are my people at the end of the day, and I know what they are at the end of the day. I ain't got nothing to do with that, but they're going to report your vehicle. The object for them is now they know that you don't have documents on you, is to get you pinched. That's what their plan is, to get you pinched. Because they know you don't have documents on you. Anybody right now that don't like you going to try to get you pinched. But who you got to blame for that? You don't want to send us an email, right? Telling us at the end of the day you can do whatever the freak you want, right? You literally handed me a gun. That's what you did when you sent me that email. You got a Facebook page? We can post there too. Let's see. See, this stuff don't bother me. This is what you do. This is what you do when you have nothing left. So I already have the name of your landlord. I got her apartment, where she's at in your building. I know she's in your building. I definitely know she's in your building. And I've called her multiple times and she's not reached out. You know why she won't reach out? Because she knows at the end of the day that what was going on in that building, she shouldn't have been doing. But I was trying to explain to her that we're not interested about what's going on in the building. We're only interested in one person only. Now it's two people we're interested in. Her, because of the building, going to file the lawsuit. I think I would know what a cease and desist is. I sent one out from an attorney. But we don't send them out anymore, Mr. Fernando. Your time is up. Now, next, I'll post your satellite views of your apartment and everything because it's blurred, right? You got it blurred. It shouldn't be blurred. So we'll post ours. And then I'll go update the information in every real estate account showing where the building really is. Fernando, don't open up Pandora boxes with it at the end of the day. Now, can we do that? Yeah, it's a building. At the end of this, what it is. It's a freaking building. But it's a building that doesn't want to be found. That's what it comes down to. So every place your friend posts, that's where we're going to put your information at. And it basically explaining that he's using someone else's name and information to make a fake account to come on here and to defend you. Got another one right here. Look at that. Got 14 people coming here. There's 14 people in this room right now watching this video. Guess what? Now your information's up. And mind you, your accounts were reported to FBI. So there are major people watching this account. So any of the stuff you posted on there, all that stuff, that guy, yeah, he doesn't know that these accounts right here, this account right there, has been reported to ICE, FBI, local law enforcement officers, everybody. Now, that customer right there, how can you get out of the situation? Just explain to him at the end of the day that he didn't know. Most worst that can happen is you get a ban. They may ban him from the building. And yeah, stolen items is real dangerous. So since he does know you and he know where he got it from, he could pretty much get out of that. That's why you don't buy anything, man. That's why the guy sat there and said at the end of the day, his table looked pretty tempting, so he went to his sister's and bought instead. Yeah, because he knows what was on that table. He knew what was on that table. And that's why we put the disclaimer under the customer. The customer's and everybody. Disclaimer, they're saying that the picture showing here is not the person who sold the items. So that way, they don't catch him and say at the end of the day, well, no, he has nothing to do with this. He bought, that's it, but he's not the person. Trademark companies. Let me see. Trademark companies. I would advise you, if you did buy anything from him, send it back. Hard to get your money back. That's the sad thing about it. You can't get your money back. Because again, at the end of the day, it's stolen merchandise. You can't get your money back on stolen merchandise. You just lost out, that's all. And on top of it, you ripping off Stan Lee. Of course, people are in there watching it. People are upset over that. You know how many Marvel fans there are on the planet? And they find out you basically went in and you ripped off Stan Lee and made money off of him. So every time we mark something, we're gonna put down your vacation, money bought by Stan Lee. Because that's what you did. You ripped him off, right? And you call yourself a Marvelous fan, right? But you ripped off Stan Lee. Also attached to this page is zoning in California. Baldwin Police Department is also attached. FBI is involved in that. Baldwin Police and over here in Philadelphia. Yeah. All are attached to this page. So Fernando, when you come in here and your friends do something, all that's documented. IP addresses get traced on here too also, not just YouTube. Y'all don't know how to be quiet. That's the problem. That's what's easy to get you guys. You're very emotional. You just go off on a little thing at the day. He committed the crime. So why in the world are you posting pictures of me? Because you're upset because you are basically stealing from companies. He doesn't want to accept the fact that he's doing that. He feels he has the right to do whatever he wants to do. That's why he's acting up that way. And so you're taking responsibility for what you did. You did rob companies. You did steal from them. But, you know, he's a classical Karen. Poor crow, poor me. I don't do anything wrong. Everybody wants to blame me. No, buddy, it don't work out that way. I'm looking for it in here. Make sure we're everything here perfectly. All right, we're good on this. Is that what I'm thinking? I'm seeing it right there in front of the page. Let me see. Not seeing this. No, I'm not seeing this. Huh, interesting. Let's see, Fernando, I'm a busy man. You know why? Ugh. That's the rest of my hardware just came in a few minutes ago. Got more hardware downstairs coming in. So while I'm building my company, you're crashing and burning. And this is nothing compared to the evidence we have. This is nothing. The stuff we found out about him. Man, I found stuff about you basically off of YouTube. I found the stuff you were doing. Good gracious, man. I'm going to tell you, you practice any of this stuff inside, you're not going to live long. You steal out of somebody's locker, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, man. You're going to be washing somebody's drawers at the end of the day. There it is. I knew it was in there somewhere. Couldn't see it at first. There you go. You can play in here. We'll post in here too. Everywhere the emoji pops up, we send your information. on the individual. Yep, Eddie Harper, who's using a fake account. And also, too, that's not the real person. That's actually a real athlete. But he's using his information to go in and basically make a fake account and use somebody else's name. I told you that's what they do. They're known for doing, taking people's identities. That's why if you have bought stuff from him and he has you in a PayPal account, you may want to get your name out of that account. This one has your address on it now. Other ones didn't have addresses on them. These do now. And it also names your building. Your building's name is the same as the street. I already checked on that nonsense. It is. It's actually literally the name of the street. Well, that's the company right there. People for cinema screens. We touch your stuff without permission. We got their information up there on how to contact them. Now they get your information too. So now can they contact them? They got your information. They got your information on multiple areas. Look at all the stuff he stole, man. So I got a strange feeling that Eddie Harper is you, Fernando. Because what I'm seeing multiple times on his account, it's a fake account. We know it's a fake account. But that's you. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's you. Definitely you. You're Eddie Harper. We'll update that on there. We know you're Eddie Harper. And we got that off your YouTube account too. That picture, we have it off your account. We put it on here to show at the end of the day that that's you. It came from your account and you're Eddie Harper. Because I did take a recording of your account, right? Put it right there. All right, then. Look, he just popped in the room. Going to jail, Fernando. Don't drive the vehicle. You go to jail. So you know that. You are going to jail. But you're going to do what I tell you to do. What you're going to do is you're going to drive around the vehicle, act like you're big and bold. Go ahead. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Because either way, if you get arrested in that vehicle, one of them people report your vehicle is stolen, and you get arrested in that vehicle at the end of the day, you still got to come here. They're not going to cancel those court hearings because you got locked up. That's not going to happen at all, period. Or, worse upon worse, if they find you ain't got it, you can get deported. Because that is a violation right there. That already is breaking the law. It's enough to get deported. Grand Theft Auto, it's enough to get deported. Not for us to go to jail over here, not for you to get deported. Like I said, Jamie finds it hilarious to be able to, pretty much you're spitting in the face of Americans. That you can come here and steal whatever you want, and at the end, they can't do anything about it. Because that's kind of what you said in that email, which we have posted now. Email's posted. Okay. Yeah, You're Eddie Harper. Look at the Massey still, all that. FBI also too took this page down too also. It's catching up to you. Like that movie called Quicksand. Pretty soon you're gonna be up to your neck. Can't look from left to right. Do you have a document on his LLC? We do. You have a document on the whole LLC. I'm gonna post that. See where that's coming from. It's from that Secretary of State. This document on his LLC. Get a picture of that. I'll be back and get a picture and post it to that site. Let's see. All right, here we go. To the top. There is there's your documents right there. This is the exact location of where the 3D printing, let me see, unlawful. This is the exact location where the unlawful acts of 3D printing of American trademark items. Actually did more than American trademark items. He did a lot of people. This is the address where the individual lives, where he's basically using an unlawful act for a 3D printer for trademark violation. Oh, that was a good one too. This is the exact address where the individual lives, where he's committing trademark violation with a 3D printer. Okay, that one did go. This is. This is the exact address where the individual is living. YouTuber. Crow 1176. This is the address. Real name, Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. Gonzalez is where he's committing. This is the exact address. This is the exact address where the individual YouTuber Crow1176, real name Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, is where he's committing trademark violations with several 3D printers. Selling and marketing trademark items belonging to other companies. After his failed screen paint mix business. Your business did fail, right? Your domain name's no longer there anymore. Your business did fail. You want me to post that up next? I can literally post a video of you basically matching house paint. After his failed screen paint mix business. I can literally post a demonstration showing you matching house paint. And everything else we got on you. After his failed screen paint mix business. After his failed screen paint mix business. Say something about it. Say it on post. I'll post a blacklist up there. You don't want that thing going up there. Because that shows multiple counts of fraud. Fernando, we can do this all day. I literally have to build a website on you when I'm done. Let me see. Now, does it bother you post those pictures? No, that's what you do. That's how you retaliate. That's all you got, Fernando. When you do that, that's all you have left. That's it. That's you. You're Harper. That's you. That's all you have left. Like, you know, when we had the talks back and forth, and I would show hardcore evidence and you cheat and ripping off your customers, what would you do? You would send pictures of emojis, and you would send pictures of me. That's what you would do. That's all you have left. You don't have anything else. You don't say, I'm going to come back with an attorney, I'm going to sue you with this, that, and the other for defamation. You don't come up with that stuff. You don't know what you're doing. You pose as you have an attorney. You don't have one. You can't get one. You know how this works. Let's see. Going to other companies. After his failed screen paint mix business. Keep in mind that the individual does not have a license to sell in the state of California and the building is not zoned to operate that business. Let's go short. Keep in mind that the individual does not have a license to sell in the state of California. If you do, show me your license. Don't print out any fakes. Nor is the building zoned for that type of business. His apartment operating multiple printing machines with very poor ventilation. Your apartment's on the form that we just posted. That in case if you said at the end of the day that we just grabbed your information out of nowhere, no, we have your form right here from state of California. We got it from over there, so it's posted. Zone for this type of business. His apartments operating. Okay, blah 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 blah. Nor is the building zone does not need to be there. Nor is the building zoned for that type of business. His apartment. Let's see. His apartment operating multiple 3D printing, multiple 3D printers, with very poor ventilation. And no protective covering or exhaust systems on the printer. Cover exclosure and exhaust systems. No cover exclosures or exhaust systems on the printers. Too late now. You probably must drop so much of that freaking poisonous element in that environment, it's not even funny how badly that place is. We'll have to contact SPCA, because those animals in there are breathing in that mess at the end of the day. That guy don't care. You're the type of person that could run a sweatshop. You are. You're sweatshop material. You are. You are definitely that person that can run a sweatshop business. You just don't care. Got kids in there. Well, not anymore. They're adults now, but geez, you just don't care. Poor ventilation, poor ventilation, poor ventilation, poor ventilation, poor ventilation, exposure covers, exposure covers, exposure covers. Covers or exhaust systems on each 3D printer. While stealing thousands of dollars of stolen merchandise. Even from the late Stan Lee. Well, tidied you up. Now I'm going to reach FBI. Make sure license plate, which I have right here now. There we go. Discuss this matter where you send those emails telling us you can do whatever you want, which is right there. You can redirect them to the page. Not being for that, I gotta get back to work. But no, I'll take care of this now. I got work to do right now. I don't make the whole day about you. I got plenty of time. I'm gonna put these in the package. I'm gonna take these down to. I'm gonna take some of these down to the piece today, Mr. Williams. This is the address on this thing. Yeah, address is on them. Okay, cool. And make sure that it has to be under the apartment's name is under the name of the street, but does not have the apartment attached to it. Let me see. Eddie. Let me see. Oh yes, definitely public. Definitely. All right. Oh, Eddie. It is apartment. Street name is Avenue, not apartment E. So they know exactly where to find it. No, and they're upset again. Always upset. Look, upset and angry again. Goodbye. Goodbye, Jamie. Oh, poor Jamie. He's mad and upset. He got busted doing things he should not have been doing. Well, all your information's up there, Fernando. And we'll put much more up there. No, he got mad about the truck. He came and ranted about the truck, too. Look, I told you he was in the room. Jamie was in the room the entire time. Look, that's Fernando. He's in the room the entire time, mad and upset. Hey, Eddie Harper, how you doing? Fernando, I told you it was him. I told you it was him. Didn't I tell you it was him? He was in the room the entire. No. He put down Kenneth Bird as a scamming piece. Yeah, you were in the room the whole time. We knew you were in the room. Eddie Harper. Hello, Fernando. Well, goodbye on that. Let me put the rest of your information in. Let me see. That's why I didn't block you right away, because I knew you were going to come in and basically reveal yourself, which you just did. Now you're blocked. And I'm going to come in here and I'll put your information right in there. Yep. Come in. This office is a mess. Yeah, because I work a lot in here. I got stuff all over the place, man. It's a pandemonium in here. I got to get back to work. I think my whatchamacallit should have came in today. Woo! All right, I'm back. I got to put this information in, and I got to get cleaned up. I got a lot of stuff I got to go do. I got to finish. We got this drill. I'm going to check out my drill, see what I got from my drill system. At the end of the day. Yeah. What do you think about that? I like the sprays. Air freshener is amazing. This is one of the better ones. I'll give you another one too on top of that. Do I have a big enough box to put this stuff in? You think so, Taco? I think I have a big enough box to shove that in there. So we're going to have to go get some packing tape for that right there to get that in there, to get that done at the end of the day. Just got them on Tees. Oh, yeah, he's going to enjoy it so much. Tees is so amazing. Why is my air cleaner not on? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, wait, this. All right, done there. All right, I'm gonna get ready at check out my equipment, and as for that job at the end of the day, well, I'm gonna make some phone calls real soon on you. Oh, come on. Oh, we gotta be clean. You're saying it gotta be clean? Oh, I'm saying it gotta be clean. All right, let me get this cleaned up. This has to be done. I gotta get some stuff ordered in the office real quick. I got some things I gotta do. Yeah, packages that came in. Gotta get that ready. All that stuff I gotta do. Keyboard and stuff over here. I am done with this gray nonsense. I got work to do. Please don't be behind my feet when I'm back up, because I do not want to slam into you. Let me see. I got some work to do. So I'm going to go and get the rest of this stuff done. Get this stuff untangled. Let me see. It sits my cleaner. My unit needs cleaning. So get that done. All right, and I gotta go. I got things to do.